Morning guys, what's up? I hope you're having an awesome day and I hope you guys are all having a good Anzac Day. This video is actually filmed yesterday and at the moment we're about to head down to Elite Exhaust and Fabrication and go get a new exhaust on the Skyline. Now I actually went there last week and had a quick chat to Dan and he said that he has, I think it's a HKS system but I don't believe so, I'm not quite sure, we didn't really have a look at it. But he says it has a brand new system there, 3.5 inch, basically straight through with a rear muffler, which is going to sound a lot nicer than the stock system that's already on my car. But before we do that, I have some work to do on Max's car, so let's do that really quickly, and then we'll head straight to Elite Exhaust and Fabrication. This thing is still down, waiting for new parts. We have a pressure switch coming, and we also have brand new power steering thing, pump thing that's just, I don't know what the issue is, but I'll fix it up later. And this thing has come along insanely. This thing is like pretty much ready to rock. We'd have to just do the intake there and all the way out, and then that's pretty much it. But we just have to route the belt now. Let's do that real quickly. Rightio, let's see if the R33 will actually start up today. This could be interesting if it's not. We got a fuel pump. Oh yeah. Rightio guys, so we are currently at Elite Exhaust and Fabrication, the home of the beautiful 1J R32. So today we're going to be installing a new exhaust, well not a new exhaust, but a kind of different exhaust. I love it how you were complaining about the tip last time, Dan, and it's literally the same size. You reckon? Oh, because it's blue? Yeah. Beautiful, sounds good. So 2 bolts and a couple of hangers and then she's all good.
Hopefully, in theory.
In theory?
Everything works in theory.
In practice?
Yes.
Different story. Rightio, so if you guys remember the other day when we were at On-Song Performance, we actually ended up doing this Momo exhaust. It's got 2 mufflers. Picked it up from a bloke sort of up in up North Brisbane. And it's pretty cool, but it's also extremely quiet. And being a track car, it just wasn't sort of going to work. It just wasn't loud enough. So we ended up finding this one here, which Dan actually had. Oh, where's Dan? Dan's up there somewhere. He ended up having this in his shop. It's a full 3.5 inch stainless system with 1 muffler at the back. So hopefully it should sound a hell of a lot nicer, definitely a lot louder. Has a nicer tip on it apparently because it's blue. Yeah, I know. And apparently it's also got one of those curved tips that come out the side too. So
Small things make the biggest difference.
that's it, mate. And apparently it's got an angled tip. You'd know all about small things making the biggest difference, wouldn't you? Yeah. So yeah, we have no idea what brand it is, but it's going to be louder. He said it was HKS, but it's not stamped HKS anyway. I don't think it's HKS, but I don't know. We'll find out. So this tip right here with the angled tip looks so much nicer, and yeah, should look like. You reckon? I don't know. What is it? Toyo Sports. I've never heard of that before. This could be interesting. So yeah, we've gone up 1/2 inch in diameter, which is sick. So hopefully it should sound a little bit deeper, and still with the stainless system should sound pretty raspy. So yeah, we've also got rid of 1 complete muffler. So hopefully it's going to sound a whole lot nicer. So while they're actually welding on a bracket, which is already way too far than I ever expected that they would go with the STD33, they've also got a couple of sick cars in here. So they got this awesome sort of off-road Subi, which is wicked. I'm not quite sure exactly what they're doing to it, but I'm guessing maybe intake, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, this right here, GDIR is awesome. Little tiny SR20, and they're doing everything to it, like intake, exhaust manifold. Yeah, that's sick. Very, very cool car. Oh, and full exhaust as well. They also have an R34 GTST up there also. Thing is sick. So, oh yeah, and a brand new BMW as well, which is also sick. So, yeah, no,
wicked workshop.
And also, weirdly enough, if you guys follow me on TikTok, which sounds really stupid to say, but I've actually got this car here revving as well. I really want to go for a ride in it one day, but it is the most insane R32 ever. Bright low max seats, Davy seat in the back. It's running a full link with an aim dash 2. That's awesome. So cool. Originally, these are the wheels that I also wanted on my car too, but yeah, no, they're just so nice. So the sick thing about this exhaust as well is it actually tucks up so much nicer than the last one. Because obviously with that massive big middle muffler, it's sagging down at least another 5 centimeters or so. But yeah, no, that exhaust sits up really nicely. Heaps nicer. Should actually sound like. Don't. Okay. Give us some. Sounds a whole lot nicer. Sounds a lot more throatier. Yeah. It has that like really nice smooth deep note that I was after, and it's still got that RB rasp to it. Yeah. Like, You'll never get rid of that rasp. No, definitely not. I love it. Oh no, like I like that. It needs that little tiny bit of RB rasp, and it just sounds so good. And you can't hear the gearbox as much now, so the gearbox is fixed. Rightio, so we're back home. Max's ute is coming along nicely. We got ran the belt. Gear was an absolute bitch to get on. Yeah, but we got it. We got it eventually after snapping the tensioner. But it's tight. It's tight. Like literally there is absolutely... Oh, there's a little bit of play, which is good, but no, it'd be really good. It's very bloody tight. Also, some of the fittings on the back on the fuel pressure reg and stuff like that are a little bit loose, so it's leaking a little bit of fuel. So we tighten, or Max tightened them up. So now to do is run all the vacuum lines and then run the intake, and then this car should be done. Right, so one thing on Max's ute that we've been sort of like trying to work out is what's going to look the best. We have to set up a catch can line basically that runs from this PCV valve here and this valve here on the supercharger. And he's also got a brass wire fitting here. So the catch can sits up at the very back here, but it's got two things that point backwards. Now, because they're on a thread, we might be able to turn one forwards, so that way we can put this line here on the other side, turn this line here forward, run it underneath the coolant tank, and that way it runs up through here. And so you just have like a little line that literally skews off into these two little bits here. And that'll look really nice there. So I'm going to quickly make that up there. We've got a whole heap of hose to play with, so let's get cracking. Righto, so this is what we made up. Looks actually pretty cool. But look, a whole nice with hose clamps and everything else holding it in. But yeah, it's just like run around from there. And it would be cool if it was at the back, sort of around there, and just came like out. But we don't want to risk having like kinks in the hose that goes down to there, or this hose here that was literally like that long. It was just going to look weird. So yeah, actually looks really cool there. All works nicely. So yeah, that side's done. Now just go to the other side. A bit more work going on. Throttle body elbow, the throttle body, and also the intake snorkel are on, which is awesome. And yeah, pretty much the only thing we have to do now is just make sure we get hose clamps for that side there. Got to try and figure out, there's one side here that goes to something we don't know about yet, unless that's blocked off. We're not quite sure yet. And this right here, which is a carbon canister, which I believe just literally plugs into there, but I don't know, we'll work out something for that. We will, yeah, and then all we have to do now, because his original airbox, the hole isn't big enough for the bigger intake, so we have to cut that out with a Dremel tool. And because it was all like, had a little bit of surface rust and stuff like that, I scuffed it all back, and now I've just got some engine enamel 1000 horsepower paint on that one there, so that's all good. And this build literally has like 6 more bolts and it's all done. I'm so keen to see this thing running and hopefully not chopping me, but we all know it will. All that is until my big turbocharger boy goes on. Super happy. So the R33 is getting a bit of a birthday today. Not only do we get that exhaust on today, but we also have aircon. We're gonna have an aircon guy coming over in about 5 minutes time. He's gonna hopefully regas the system. As far as I'm aware, one of the old owners, when doing an engine swap, if you guys remember Travis, who ended up putting I think around 3 engines in this car, I think it was degassed when they disconnected the AC pump. But basically, yeah, I'm just, as far as I'm aware, there's no anything in the system in regards to leaks. So we're just going to end up filling it up with AC gas, see how it goes. If anything comes out, he's got dye that's going to be in there too. So we're going to be able to fill it up with dye also and see if there's any holes in the system. But fingers crossed, we should have AC gas today. Radio, so it's currently the next morning, and just quickly, we didn't end up filming anything after the aircon guy came. Basically, there were 2 issues with the aircon. One of them, oh no, just one. There was a plug that wasn't plugged in from when we did the engine swap. So that was easy. Plug that straight back in. Car filled up with AC gas. No worries at all. I don't know how long it has been without gas, but I think it's around about 3 years now. So yeah, basically there were no leaks in the system whatsoever. We did put dye in it, so if it does leak, we do know what's up. But you know, no leaks in the system whatsoever, which I'm super, super happy about. Car's got super cold AC, but because we don't have those 2 because we don't have those 2 lines going into the firewall, and they're all blocked off, it's either outside temperature or super cold. So it has great AC, but it's just 100% super cold the whole time. So I'm going to try and find those 2 fittings to go back into the back of the firewall. Then we hopefully should have adjustable AC. Now also, if you have a look around our driveway at the moment, you might notice there's a car missing. Sarah's car actually broke down yesterday. We weren't able to jump start it at all. For some stupid reason, it was totally dead flat. And then also, for some reason, I don't know why, we were having a little bit of a play around with the lock on the boot yesterday, just touching it and doing stuff. We were trying to fix why the key latch wasn't working. We closed the boot, tried to open it again, and I can't open the boot on the Skyline. So at the moment, the current sitch is the Falcon's sitting inside there without any power steering. I have no idea what the issue is there. The Skyline at the moment, the boot won't open, but it runs, which is awesome. Sarah's car is currently down at Pillow Talk, all the way down south at the Pillow Talk warehouse. And yeah, her car is currently not starting. So it is Anzac Day at the moment. We do have to go fix her car and get it back to our place. So we're gonna go get a new battery for it and then go take it down, fit it up, start the car, drive it back home. But yeah, it's just horrible. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. We're going to go save all the cars today, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.